the transitions in and out, and the actual quality of the halt itself. And this is the first chance we have a chance to look at the horse's ability to lengthen. And you see there he had a bit of a mistake at the beginning of the diagonal, but he developed some quite good strides after that. So what we would be doing is giving him a mark for the extended trot, and we would be taking a mark off the transition marks because of that hiccup at the very beginning. In that half pass he slowed down a little too much, lost a little of the impulsion. The circle was quite nice. The shoulder in is a consistent angle, and we'd like a little more bend, but it's consistent and it's fluent, so it would be scoring reasonable mark. Now this is a collected walk, and it shouldn't just be a slow walk. The horse should be very active, he should be bending his joints, he should look a little bit as if he's on hot tiles, picking his feet up and bending his joints. And for me that was a little bit too slow, and not always exactly the same rhythm in every stride. The extended walk, I would like more stretching over the back and more over tracking. When she's picking him up again, he's twisting his head a little bit, so that shows that there's some stiffness as she shortens the frame and collects him again. Very often we find that horses are less able to bend and track one way than they are the other. And part of the job of a dressage trainer is to make the horse equal on both sides of his body. That shoulder in, I think you can see that is not as fluent as the other one. There was a disturbance in the rhythm there, so it will get a lower mark. The transition to canter was a little bit running away from his hind legs. And just there, as he passed the entry gate, he changed behind, which is the judges take into account throughout. Whoops, there's a problem. Now that's the sort of thing that can happen. The horse losing balance or is particularly stiff, and so that will not score highly. In a half pass, the horse must remain as parallel as possible to the long side of the arena whilst showing a bend in the correct direction. There we had some sort of problem down at the C end of the arena, but she's recovered and managed to do her 4 tempi changes. This horse looks quite big and elastic, but there's a problem, I think, going in one direction. And there he coped a little better with the demands of the half pirouettes. There again you see he changed once and then he changed back again. These are things that happen, like the problem in the pirouette, like the turn at sea, like the issue with the extra changes and the change up at the A end of the arena. These are marks that we take into account when it comes to the collective marks at the end in the submission mark.